Here is the review of Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Wheeljack. Now, this version of Wheeljack that I got, as y'all already heard, is from the War for Cybertron Trilogy line. And no, it's not like from Siege, Earthrise, or Kingdom. It's just from the War for Cybertron Trilogy line. And but there are like two other figures of Wheeljack, which is the same character as this guy, and that is the Earthrise and the Kingdom version, which are the exact same figures like this guy here. But the one that I got, which y'all already heard, is just from the War for Cybertron Trilogy line. And no, there's no Siege Wheeljack, because they didn't make one from the Siege line. But anyway, onto the figure here. So, Wheeljack here, as you can see, is like a, well, it is supposed to be a racing car. And it does look really nice all around. But the difference is with this and the Earthrise version, and I think the Kingdom version, is that on the side doors for the Earthrise and I think the Kingdom version, there were like numbers here on the sides and other things here on both sides of the doors. But for the War for Cybertron Trilogy figure, which is this guy, there's none of that here on both sides of the doors. And also, another difference is with this version versus the Earthrise and the Kingdom version is that this one has some like battle damage paint on him, which are on these here on the top here, and on these things here. And he also has one right here. And that's about it. And of course he does have his traditional red and green stripes on the top here. And all around, this is the exact same figure like the Earthrise and the Kingdom version. The only thing that has changed is some of the paint apps. But I do have a issue with it, and this is only on my figure only. And that is, you can see on the sides and also on the back here, these two things on the back are supposed to tab together, but on mine I can't get these to tab together. I can only do it on one side only, but on the other side I've tried to get the other side tapped in, but to make these line up together, but I just couldn't do it, because it felt like I was about to get to the point where I'm about to break it. And I'm gonna show you it. Okay, for this side, and what you're supposed to do is these tabs right here, which are those square tabs there. These are supposed to go into these holes right here. Now, I can only get one side tapped in. And I can tap in these back wheels with no problems. Because you can see these, well, one side tabs in a lot better. But the other side here, I've tried I'm gonna... Well, first I gotta angle these out. For this side, I've tried to get this tab in this hole, but I just... I just couldn't. I've tried the best I could, but it felt like I was about to get to the point where I'm about to break something. So I just... So I just leave these out. If I can get this side untabbed. Without popping off the wheel. Okay, I'm gonna have to get this side untabbed off camera real quick. Okay, I finally got the other side untabbed. But what I was about to say is, what I do with these back wheels is, I just untap these back wheels here from these things, and then leave these untapped and bring them out so they look like this here. And yes, I know that this is gonna leave a gap here, but mine that doesn't tap in all the way, only on one side of these, of either one of these two. Because one side taps in a lot better than the other side. So I just leave these like this. But anyway, moving on. And another problem that I have with is some of the white paint on mine is not like fully painted, like here on the front. Right here on the front. I'm not sure how well y'all can see it. to show y'all it on the back spoiler here. Because you can see, like, right here, that this side here of the spoiler is fully painted white, but this side here is not completely white. Because you can still see it should have been, like, painted all the way. Same for here. You can see that black spot right there where it should be white. Even right here. You can see that black spot right there, barely. Where it should be painted up. Even the front here. Like right there. And I know it is white on camera, but mine here, it should have been painted up all the way, because I can still see those black. Well, I can see a little bit of black here. Even the front bumper here. Oh, yeah, like right there. So some of the white, it is not like fully painted on mine, because it should have been like spray painted more to help cover up those black spots. And he does come with one accessory, and that is his little missile launcher here, which is going to be his shoulder cannon in robot mode. But you can do something with this. And that is, this peg goes into this hole here. And you can have like a little rock. Well, you can have it sitting on top of the car. Oh, and another thing I want to show y'all is these two holes is where you can put in some effect parts if you want to have him like driving faster. So, I think that's about it for the vehicle mode. So now to transform him, first I will have to remove this and set it off to the side. You do want to take these, if these were tapped in, and bring them out. Oh, and the way these tap in is this tab goes into the yeah. I was seeing where these tabs on both sides go into, but these do go into these holes here, into these pegs here, and you do want to take these things, if these were tapped into these pegs, to these holes here. But you do want to untap them and bring them out. And bring them down. And you do want to take his elbows here and rotate them so that the back wheels are facing like this. And you do want to take his hands here and rotate them so they look like this. Now you're going to take the front of the car here, and and also the front windshield of the car, and rotate it all the way around. And you do want to take these things, which were the spoiler, and rotate them around so they look like this. And you do want to take his head here and flip it all the way around until it taps in. Now this part here, you do want to be very careful with, and I am gonna show you it, because what you have to do is you have to take the front windshield here and untap it from the front of the car. And it's much easier if I separate the front of the car and bring these out. But the way the front windshield taps in is these two holes goes into these two pegs. And you do want to be very careful of how you're untapping these two pegs, because these two pegs and this entire front windshield section here is all made out of clear plastic, like translucent plastic. 'cause this will like crack or break on you. But once this is untapped, you now want to bring it up, and you do need to make sure that this white tab is sitting inside here. Like right there. And these two pegs are now going to go into these two holes here. So it looks like that. Now you're going to take his, what will become his legs, and extend them down so they look like this, and you do need to push out these front windshield sections here. And you do need to be careful of these also, because these will also break or crack on you. But you do want to take these and bring these down, and these are going to sit inside of these things are going to sit inside these gaps here. And then you just flip up his feet. And then you do the same on the other side. And we're pretty much done. The last thing we need to do is we need to take his little shoulder cannon here, and this is going to tap into either one of these holes into this peg here. And you're done. And he looks really great all around in robot mode. And he looks like a straight up G1 wheeljack. And he does have a little bit more of that battle damage paint, like on his shoulders here. And that's it. Oh, and he does have a little bit more green on his legs here. And his head sculpt does have some it does have some silver, or I think it's I think it is. Yeah. It is a silver paint on these things here, his mouthpiece, and these things here on the side. And yes, and his eyes are painted in blue, which I don't think y'all are gonna see. Yeah, here they are. They are painted blue. You can see right there. And he does have some black on his elbows here. And that's about it for the robot mode. And for articulation, head is on a ball joint. He can look up about that far and down about that far. Arms can rotate well they can rotate all the way around, but they do get hindered by these things here. Well, his entire back section, which was the back of the car. Move in and out, and you can use that transformation joint. Bicep swivel, elbow, wrist swivel, waist swivel, legs go forward, back, in, and out, thigh swivel, knee, ankle pivot, and that's it. And he doesn't come with any accessories. The only one that he comes with is his little shoulder cannon. And you can have him hold that in his hands from the same peg like I showed you in vehicle mode. Oh, and he does have some pegs on him, which are on his shoulder here, his elbow here, and one on his leg here. So you can plug some effect parts on him, like he's shot. And if you want to, you can like plug in some effect parts on the back of his legs from these holes here, or these holes on his feet to get, if you want to have him like flying. So, final thoughts. The vehicle commode does look great, but my only problem with it is that some of the paint could have been painted a little bit more better, because some of it does have some black spots on it where it should have been painted up all the way. And on my copy, the back of the car on mine doesn't tap in all the way, because I can only get one side to tap in a lot better, but the other side doesn't tap in all the way on mine. That might be on my copy. And the robot mode looks really great. And I have no issues with it. So I think that's about it. So there you have it. Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Wheeljack. And if you like this video, give me a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And if you want to check out my other videos you may have missed, there is a playlist on my YouTube channel, and it's all organized for any reviews you may have missed. So I think that's about it. So thanks for watching.